Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to see you. My name is Marilyn, and my channel is Unicorns and Dragonflies Flights of Fancy. Please stick around and see what kind of wonderful things I've been discovering, whether it's certain techniques, the tools that you need to do your craft, and of course, lots of DIYs. Let's jump in and see what's happening today. So today we're going to make this blue jean plant pot. It's actually done with a painting distress. So this is what we need to make this beauty. I have a coffee can that has a coffee label removed, and we're also going to be using a foam brush. Navy blue is the second color that we'll be using, and of course our base color and all the white from here on end is White Craftsmark from Michaels. And of course the makeup brush, Holly from Hot Humble Pie has shown us all how to make use of that, so this should be some craft to do. This may be a little bit more involved, but it was serendipity for me. Tried to cover up something and realized that the color that I had put on there and sanded off a little bit looked pretty good, so I've been practicing my technique. And this is not something that you have to be perfect with. We're just trying to get a majority of the pan covered with the blue paint. And we will be doing some white paint later, so if you don't get absolutely everything, it's fine. Just try to cover it as well as you can and have some fun.
Feelings, it's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell in love with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh.
Cover it up here. Everything's dry. We're going to use the makeup brush and try to get most of the paint off of it. And we're just going to distress it. Remember, because of the way the blue jeans are made, it should be always up and down. Depending on what it is that you're making, you can go from side to side, but this one here I've discovered this is the way to go. Don't worry if you put a little bit too much white in a certain area or something, because it's definitely not a problem. You can always cover it up with a little bit more blue later. And because we're going to be doing 4 or 5 coats to be able to get everything looking exactly like the blue jeans, it'll work out just. So you can see here that I've already done what I said you shouldn't by getting too much white in one spot. So we're just going to keep using the makeup brush and just give it a light coat on there just to diffuse the white a little bit. And this is what we're trying to do, is make it look a little bit more even. That's definitely up to you also, though. You see that I'm putting a coat horizontally at the top and then doing vertical. That's just to try to level out the colors all the way through. And I am not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I do have lots of fun. Hello everyone, here is my full blue jean paint all done. I touched up a couple of areas this morning that had too much white, but I've also gone in and I've marked with pencil, which is very hard to see, where I want to have the pockets. So I'm just going to use a little bit of white, and I'm going to outline this so I can see what I'm doing. I'm very shaky. I have MS, and there are days that my hands shake so much that I can't do any painting, but that hasn't really stopped me. So that's a good thing for people to understand, is that it doesn't matter how much experience you have. You can use a stencil. You can do it all in marker if you'd like, if you have the white paint marker. Chalk markers won't work on this. This is all acrylic paint, by the way. And this way, when it's all done, I will seal it. And of course, in case you haven't noticed, I am also a left-handed person. Okay, so see, it's not that great of a deal if you don't get everything exactly perfect. It doesn't turn out for you at all. You can always repaint it and try again. This one here, this paintbrush I'm using, it's got a little bit of a thin end. And what I've done is actually cut part of it off because I needed the less bristles for finer work, but not too long. Excuse me. Everyone's talking about how their allergy season is over in the States with all the pollen and everything. And well, you look on the north side of most houses here, we still have a little bit of snow that's taking a long time to get warmed up and leave for another year. Okay, so there's the pocket outlined, the back pocket. I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes before I turn it around and do some more, so I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Okay, so I decided it would be fun to make the whole blue jean bucket, plate, plant stand. Here's one of the areas that I've made. I'm going to cover that up with blue paint and then some white after that. And here's a big boo-boo that I did. After I decided I wanted to make the whole thing, I realized that my first pocket was too big. So you see here I've covered it with blue paint, and once it's dry, I will show you how to distress it to let it blend in.
Feelings, it's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed in. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell in love with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell in love with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Ooh, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, yeah, you take me higher, baby. Feelings, it's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed in. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell in love with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Ooh. Magic, no, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you, when you kiss me, it's
And here is the finished pot. It is so beautiful. Thank you very much for staying with me and watching all the way through. It is appreciated.